What's going on, YouTube? West Hobbies RC. So today we have the all-new Goosky S2 Legend. So I have been waiting on this helicopter for a long time, months. It's probably been about 2 months since I was supposed to be getting this thing, and I finally received it a few hours ago. It is still factory sealed. I just took the brown cardboard box off the outside. So let's just get right into it. The Goosky S2, the Legend S2, that looks like a mini raw direct drive main motor, direct drive tail motor. We know the deal. 180 class helicopter. Direct drive is the way every company is going now. It's a brand new helicopter to market, and you have a nice, good representation of, I can't even say it, of the model on the thing here. We have a very nice display picture, and we have Goosky all over the helicopter. Direct drive brushless, high performance, not too much, simple but sweet. We have some little bit of attention, and then on the side you have some specs on the model: the height, the weight, the length. It's running 193 millimeter rotor blade. Flying weight is coming in at 348 grams. On the back we have a little bit of description. The coolest thing about the S2 is that canopy, and we're going to get into that. Of course, direct drive main motor, tail motor. We have the FBL unit that is actually programmed through Bluetooth to an app. They are running a FBL rotor head going back from the DFC with two mixing arms, so it's going to be exciting to see that. And then up here on the box we have the different colors. You can get it in blue and green, you can get it in yellow and green, and you can get it in red and yellow. Mine looks to be the yellow and green, so let's see if that's what it actually is. And let's just go ahead and get it. It's a true unboxing. I mean, look, it's still sealed. So let's go ahead and cut this off, and let's just see what's in this thing. I'm excited. I've been waiting on this model for a long time. Been waiting on it for a long time. I know there's other videos out there already, and I was hoping to be the first in the US with the video of the Goosky, but unfortunately that did not happen just because it took forever. So box is going to open up just like a traditional box, and you're going to have a foam case like another helicopter out there. You're going to have a foam case. So now you're going to pull. Oh wow, it's tight in that box. So let's just go ahead, let's pull. The first thing you see is Goosky. So we have Goosky. Nice solid foam carrying case. Very colorful actually. So let's just go ahead, let's open it up. Let's change the camera angle and let's open it up. All right, we're on our nice Heli Direct mat. And also guys, if you want this helicopter, if you want to go ahead and pre-order it in the US, I'm going to link it through Heli Direct. Now, Goosky sent me the model for review, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys for sending me this model. Heli Direct is going to be a distributor of Goosky, so I'm not making anything off of it. I don't get a link. I don't get anything from the Heli Direct link. But if you do want this model, it will be sold through Heli Direct with a full lineup of parts. Wow, what at this? Man, that looks good. So the first thing we got is going to be a spare set of blades. So that is nice that they give you a spare set of blades. The blades are very rigid. They have a nice design to them. Got a wider root running out to the tip. Like the blades, let's set those guys aside. And then we have a spare set of tail rotors. You get 2 spare sets of tail rotors. Got a nice flex to them. Nothing else in that little pocket. And then let's go ahead and see what we got in here. If I can get this out, we'll go back to that. And then we have the Bluetooth module. So that's what this little guy is. This is the module for the Bluetooth. You're going to plug this in. We'll go over all of that. And you're going to download an app on your phone. Then we get a little goodie bag. So we got some main shafts and some feathering shafts. 2 of each. That is nice that they include that. And then we got more. Feathering shaft, main shaft. We got some shims, some screws. We got some servo horns, zip tie. So you get 3 main shafts and 3 feathering shafts total. Now that is nice. That's always nice when you get spare parts. Looks like we have another battery. Oh, what is this? Looks like a spare swash plate? Upper part of a swash plate? That's different. I've never seen any helicopter come with a spare upper swash plate. Well, that's cool. Just really threw me off guard there for a second because that's not normal. So let's go ahead and get this stuck battery out. There we go. So it is flying on a 3S 750 milliamp hour battery, 45C XT30 connectors, fantastic connectors, great looking battery, 750 milliamps, good size to it. So you get 2 batteries, I'm sure, in the kit. Now I don't know if this is because this is a review helicopter, if you're going to get 2 batteries on a production helicopter, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you will. So let's go ahead and let's get into the Goosky S2. Wow. I just want to say this thing looks incredible. So let's just go our first initial impressions of the helicopter. It feels very good in your hands. It feels strong. This canopy is a very thick plastic. It's not very flimsy, but it has a little bit of flex to it. Honestly, all canopies should be made out of plastic this thick. I know it's heavy, but it's very thick. Got a little bit of flex, which is what you want. Now, this canopy is a single design canopy, so meaning you have 1, 2, and 3 screws on each side, and the upper part of the canopy stays on the helicopter like the traditional roll. And then the bottom part on this little latch right here is going to open up, and that's how you're going to put your batteries in and out. So, looks like a little shark mouth, a little fish mouth. Gotta be a kid sometimes. So, you gotta have a battery in here, and this battery looks like it just pushed to fit. So it is just a push to fit, which is kind of, that's not always great though. I mean, it is great, but the canopy is gonna hold it closed. But if you want to run any other battery, we're going to test a couple different sizes, but I really would like to have seen some kind of clip to hold the battery in, but that's all right. So we have another 750 milliamp battery. So again, 2 750 milliamp battery packs. Now let's just get into the design of the helicopter. So the canopy pushes closed very nicely. It is a carbon fiber mainframe. We have nice nylon skids, so they are going to be very robust. Skids are nice and flexible, so they can take a hit, and won't break. So now the first thing that I see that I don't cosmetically like is the motor wires ran to the outside of the mainframe. Now, not a big deal, but I just wish they would have, done either been in black sheathing something, but whatever. That's just a pet peeve of mine. It does look good though. They're nice and neatly done against, and they are running through a rubber grommet. The wires going through the mainframe, so that way the carbon fiber does not shave the wires. That was very thoughtful of them. So let's just move on. The rotor head is all aluminum, very nicely machined. And then we have their mixing arms out here. Blade grips feels very tight, very nice looking. No play in the head that I can feel. Again, same super thick plastic blades or carbon composite plastic blades. Let's go ahead and pop our blade holder off. Let's open these guys up. Get a kind of feel for the model. So it is 190 millimeter main blades, or 193. We have a nice thicker plastic anti-rotation bracket, aluminum swash plate, and that is a piece that they sent us is a upper part of the swash plate. So I don't know if maybe that's something that does break in a crash and they wanted to give you a spare. But wow, just look at this thing. I love the holes in the bottom, that honeycomb look in the bottom of the canopy. Motor is bolted on with 3 bolts to the bottom mainframe, and it looks like, whoa, sorry, should be a screw. There's no screw in the motor, so there's got to be something somewhere. I don't see nothing. Oh, right there. So it looks like a 1.5 millimeter grub screw in there to hold the main shaft. The tail boom is like a rectangular square octagon kind of look. You have your rounded flat edges, square side. Tail boom is very strong. Very strong. We have a carbon fiber tail skid. Nice and thick. Carbon fiber tail motor mount. It looks great. The carbon fiber looks great. Plastic tail blade. And look at that little tiny baby motor. Now, there's no specs on the motors that I have seen yet, so I can't tell you KV. Just says Goosky and S2. The tail motor is probably a 5,000-ish something KV, but the tail of the helicopter looks great. Motor wires are ran in through the boom, so they're nice and neatly out of the way. Look at that. So let's get into it. Let's pull this canopy off and let's see what it takes to take the canopy off, and let's see the brain and the heart of this Goosky S2. Alright, so let's look at how to get the upper part of the canopy off. So if you notice, there's going to be 2 screws here, and they look to be Phillips. They are. They look like a 00. They are 00 Phillips. And the back looks like a 1.5mm driver. That's a little weird why they use two different kinds of screws, but it ain't that big of a deal. So 00 Phillips takes these front screws out. So you're gonna have 2. You're gonna have 2 in the front and 1 in the back. So you're gonna have 3 screws total. Is going to release these screws, or release this part of the canopy. Try not to lose those guys. They are tiny. 1.5mm driver for this screw in the back. So now we have this side off. Let's spin the helicopter around. And then you're going to have the same over here. You're going to have a 1.5mm driver, or 1.5mm screw on the back, and then 2 00 Phillips on the front. Now I'm going to try to do this without pulling the blades off, because this opening looks big. So we should be able to take this canopy mount, or this upper canopy deck off, without pulling the blades. So go ahead and remove your 2 Phillips here, and then release the fish mouth, which is what I will forever call it, a fish mouth. Drop that guy down, and this should be loose. It should pop off. Now if we fold the blades, looks like we might be able to get that guy out like that. Now I did drop a screw. Here it is. All right. Would you look at this? So here's our servos, Goosky DS15. They look like a metal front case and a plastic back. So where it bolts to the helicopter is a CNC metal casing. We have a nice plastic servo arm and direct linkages. No adjustment actual anywhere on the helicopter. There's no adjustment here and there's no adjustment here. We have an aluminum bearing block on the bottom and an aluminum bearing block on the top. Of course, aluminum swash plate and a full aluminum CNC rotor head. Full carbon fiber frame. Plastic bottom mount for the motor. We have some aluminum doublers tying into the carbon, and we have our FBL unit. So your tail motor wires are held in with 1, 2, 3 Phillips, 00 Phillips, and your motor wires are held in the same way, 3 00 Phillips. And now you have this nice little plastic FBL mount cage that comes up to here. Your battery wires run through there, and again, XT30. Micro servo plugs, and then if you look here, we have a DSMX port and a S-Bus FITABA port, and this is going to be the port where your Bluetooth module plugs in. And then this, it looks like another channel 4 port. Not exactly sure what that's for, to drive another servo, but that's what we have on the FBL unit. You will notice we also have aileron, elevator, rudder set, doing it by the blinking lights. Come on, focus. There we go. Set button here, servo, pitch, speed, agility, gyro. So I guess if you don't want to use the actual Bluetooth module, if you don't have an app or whatever, you can set it up mechanically on the FBL unit directly. But all in all, I'm thoroughly impressed. The servos feel great, very smooth. The helicopter feels very solid. Tiny bits of flex and wobble or play, and that's coming from the actual gear train of the servo, which is normal. Every servo has a little bit of slop in it. This helicopter is very impressive in the hands. Now, flight performance is going to tell everything, so we'll have to wait to see. Here's a better look at the canopy latch mechanism. So it is looking like it is aluminum. Is that aluminum or plastic? It looks to be aluminum. So you have an aluminum canopy latch mechanism. So that works just by pushing that guy down like that. And the bottom half, of course, is plastic as well. So we are going to end this unboxing review video off here. Give you guys another good look at that. 3 servos, of course, back servo for elevator. We are going to have another video. This video is going to come out, going to be tomorrow, which is Tuesday today for you guys. So this video is going to come out Tuesday, and I'm hoping Wednesday we can upload the radio setup video. We will be setting this up to my IX12 with a DSMX satellite. We are going to download the phone app and go through all of that on how to set this helicopter up step by step for anybody wanting to purchase the Goosky S2. So again, thank you Goosky for sending this helicopter to me for review. Greatly appreciate it. I am very impressed with it. The little things are pet peeves of mine, like the motor wires, stuff like that, but it's still a very robust and solid helicopter. Canopy support, canopy rear mounts are aluminum. So, I mean, there's a lot of carbon fiber. There's a lot of aluminum on this helicopter. It's very solid. I love the nylon skids. They're going to bouncy, bounce, bounce. Love the canopy design. I really wish that the battery was held in a little bit differently. Let's see if other batteries will fit. So we have a few different batteries here. We have the Spectrum 800 milliamp 3S pack. We have the OMP Hobby 650 milliamp 3S pack. We also have a Gens Ace 3S 800 milliamp pack, as well as an old E-Flight 3S 800 milliamp pack. So we're going to start with the OMP battery, because guys who are flying or buying the S2 are going to have an M2. I mean, I think that's one helicopter every single person in the helicopter world has. So this battery is going to fit, and it is super loose. So that battery will just fall right out. I'm sure you could probably stuff a piece of foam or something in there, put a strap, but it will fall right out. So now let's grab the Spectrum 3S 800 milliamp 50C pack. And that battery is too big to fit either way. So that battery's not going to go in. Let's grab the Gens Ace 3S 800. And that battery is not going to go in. And of course, the old Spectrum 3S 800 fits, but very sloppy. So it looks like the factory Goosky 750 milliamp pack is going to be what you're going to want to run, which is great. Battery specific for the helicopter. I'm sure they are not badly priced. I don't know parts pricing, but I do know that the helicopter is priced right in at $379.99. That is a bind and fly, and again, you can get them on helidirect.com. And again, I am not affiliated with HeliDirect. They're not paying me. They don't. I've just been shopping with HeliDirect for freaking ever. I love that store. Always been with them. They're great people, great company, and I support them. So, and they are the U.S. distributor as of now for Goosky. So if you want one in the U.S., go on to helidirect.com, get your pre-order in. They have every color, every part, and go ahead and order you a couple more batteries. I didn't see the price on the batteries. I didn't look, but I want to get me a couple more too, because I like to have 6 to 8 batteries for my little helicopters. Also, there is a stop, so the battery can't go all the way back. So you have a good gap between the motor and the battery. There's that little plastic stop down there. So there you guys go, the Goosky S2 Legend. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead, give this video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out big time. It helps me out more than you know, and it's free. Subscribe. Just subscribe. Again, Goosky, thank you for sending me this S2 for review. You guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. Take care.